Hello, everybody. Hello, we are back. Weekly Pub Quiz is back, and I am here because the weather is nice. In a foreign location, I'm dreaming away by the pool, because isn't that what we're all kind of hoping at the moment? And the weather is nice, so thank you all for joining us tonight, even though you could be out in the in a nice garden somewhere, if you have a garden. So yeah, thank you for joining us if you are taking part in the quiz tonight. This is the third quiz that we have hosted on a weekly basis. We have a running leaderboard on the QuizWhip website, quizwhip.co.uk, where we're kind of keeping a running score of how everyone does every week. We have run a bunch of other quizzes though as well. We do run a weekly free quiz on a Sunday. The first one we did was a couple of weeks ago, which was music from the noughties. This Sunday we did sci-fi and superheroes. And we've also done a Harry Potter themed quiz as well, which we did last Friday, which we don't talk about because it was kind of a disaster. But we fixed all of the issues that we saw in that quiz. Yes, Megan, I'm living in the background too. I wish I was on holiday as well. The weather was so blooming lovely. It was so warm. I've got my wine, which I'm really, really sad that I didn't think and I didn't make sangria instead, because that would have been very thematic. Obviously tonight we're raising money for NHS Charities Together, which we have done for the past two weekly quizzes on a Wednesday. I do also believe that we have cracked the £100 fundraising milestone, which I think is great as we're this new kind of setup. So I want to thank everyone who bought a ticket tonight, but also everyone who's bought tickets every week as well, because every little helps and everyone has contributed to that. So that's absolutely fantastic. And we will continue to do this for as long as we're in lockdown and for as long as people, continue to want to do it. So I think that's a great milestone that we've all achieved together. We will kick the quiz off at about 1:45. We usually give people about 15 minutes to kind of come and join. So if you're running a little bit late, you've still got a chance to join us from the beginning. So if you're watching this, you've already found a link to the live stream, obviously. If you've bought a ticket through our Eventbrite pages, you will have been sent a link to the quiz portal where you will submit all of your answers, and you will also have been sent a unique player code. So what you need to do is either on your phone or on another screen on your desktop, you need to go to that quiz portal. You need to type in the quiz code, which this week is quiz3, all capital letters, and the 3 is a digit 3. Enter your unique player code, and then you need to come up with a fun quiz team name. So the quiz code this week is quiz3. If you haven't bought a ticket and you're just watching for the fun of it, that's absolutely fine as well. You might just have a pen and paper and you're just marking your own answers, and that's completely fine. But obviously you won't win any of the prizes if that's what you're after. Obviously you won't help us raise money for NHS Charities Together either. So as they come in, I will let you all in. And obviously, as we get to the 1:45 kind of time slot, that's when we will begin. We have a lot of familiar faces tonight, but I think for the first time we have more unfamiliar faces, which I think is brilliant as well. There's a lot of players who might never have played one of our QuizWhip quizzes before, which I think is great for our weekly one. Obviously, the themed ones get a lot of attention anyway, because if you're interested in, say, Harry Potter, you're obviously going to come along. But the weekly one, there's a lot of new faces, which I am buzzing about. So if you are one of these new people, please use the YouTube chat and let us know, because it would be wonderful to know. So everyone who has signed into the platform should have been accepted by now. If you haven't, please do let us know. It might take a few seconds to just come up on your screen. So just give it a few seconds if you've not. All of the instructions for playing have been sent to your inbox, but I will kind of go through how to play as well. The quiz code is It's quiz 3, all capital letters, and the 3 is a digit 3. Quiz 3. You can ask any questions in the YouTube chat, which is where I'll be able to help as a host. But if you have any more technical issues, maybe the platform has kind of had a little bit of a bug on your side, then the best way to solve that is to message us through Facebook, where our team will be best placed to help you. I'm a little quiz host, so there's not much I can do from here, but I can try and help as best as possible. But your best way is through Facebook. Our Facebook is QuizWhip HQ. I have had a haircut. I thought I'd treat you all to a nice shirt this week, a little bit of a haircut, which my boyfriend did, and I think he's done a pretty good job considering how long it was and how ridiculous it was. So kudos to him. There are 7 rounds this week. So the same amount of questions, but there's more rounds. So each round is a little bit shorter. We'll kick it off as always with our mystery round, which I'll explain as we go into that. Then we will go into our history, geography, and politics round. Then science, technology, and nature. Then sports and games, which is a new round for us at QuizWhip. So if you're into your sports and your games, that's the round for you. And then onto film and TV, then onto music, and then famous people. Each round has about 6 to 7 questions in it. So a little bit shorter than usual, but it's the same amount of questions. Hopefully everyone who has joined so far has been accepted. If you haven't, please do either let us know here or let us know on Facebook. But everyone should have been accepted. So how do you play our QuizWhip quizzes? So obviously you found your way into the QuizWhip platform, which is where you will type all of the answers in. I will read the question out loud on this live stream. I'll read it out loud twice, but by the end of the second reading, it will have appeared on your screen. So usually what I do is I'll read it out loud and then I'll send it to your screen. Obviously, there's a little bit of a lag, but it's a lag for everybody, so don't worry too much about that. You'll have 30 seconds to type an answer in and then press answer question. You can change your answer as many times as you like before the timer is up, but your last answer is the only one that is scored. You'll receive 10 points for every correct answer, and you'll receive a 5-point bonus if you are the fastest. So hopefully you'll pick it up fairly easy. It's quite straightforward and simple. So yeah, you receive 10 points for every correct answer, 5-point bonus if you are the fastest team to do so. And as always, there are a few small prizes up for grabs tonight. It is a charity quiz, so the prizes are a little bit smaller in value than maybe our paid quizzes, but they are still worth aiming for. So the winner of the quiz overall, so the team who comes number 1 will win a £10 Amazon or Just Eat voucher. Or if you have a local restaurant who are offering gift vouchers in the value of £10, we're happy to send you one of those as well. Because, you know, we all want to support local businesses and local restaurants who are offering a lot of gift vouchers. So if that's an option for you, let us know if you win, obviously, and we'll be able to sell that out as well. If you win any of the 6 rounds, so if you come first in any of the 6 rounds, you'll also win a small prize. And we have also randomly chosen a position on the leaderboard tonight. And if you come in that position, you will also win a £5 Amazon voucher. So the purpose of that is, even though you just want to come here for a bit of fun, and even though you kind of know that you might not be winning every question, you've still got a chance of winning something, and it's still worth playing along. So if you come number 9th in the leaderboard, you will also win a £5 Amazon voucher. So good luck with that. A few extra pointers I just want to say as well. Once you've joined the quiz, please don't close your browser or leave the quiz in any way. You know, don't press refresh unless we tell you to. Don't let your screen go blank if you're playing on mobile, because you may come up with some issues with rejoining the quiz. You might miss a few questions whilst you try and reconnect. So try and keep your phone awake if you're using your phone. If you're using your desktop as well, don't kind of close it or refresh it or anything like that. That is an extra note if you're playing on mobile, because the mobiles are a lot more temperamental when it comes to kind of your phone going blank and everything like that. And there are a ton of different mobile devices around, so it might be a little bit harder to help you if your phone has any issues. But it should all be fine. Just keep it all awake, keep it active, don't let your phone go off, don't refresh, don't do anything like that. Stay on the quiz. If you do have any problems during gameplay, I mentioned this earlier, please message us on Facebook, where we'll be best able to help you. You can ask any questions in the YouTube chat, but I'm the only one monitoring them as a quiz host. And as I'm kind of hosting the quiz, I don't know how much help I'm going to be from a technical point of view while I'm trying to host the quiz as well. So do let us know on Facebook if you do have any issues there. Like I said, everyone should have been accepted by now. You should have a message on your phone screen saying, you've been accepted, you're waiting for that. I do this every time. There we go. You should have a message on your phone screen saying you're waiting for the quiz to start. If you still have the loading screen waiting to be accepted, please do let us know. But everyone should have been accepted. Before we start as well, we'll start off in 5 minutes. We'll give a few stragglers just a few minutes to join us. If you are one of the newest people to join us, the quiz code is quiz3, all capital letters, and the 3 is a digit 3. We have a few quizzes coming up over the next few weeks. So we do this weekly quiz every single Wednesday. Every single Wednesday, we're raising money for charity. We're raising money for NHS Charities Together at the moment. It's just a good fun on a Wednesday if you're not doing anything else and you want to help us raise money for charity and you want to be in with a chance of winning some prizes. And your general knowledge is good. Or not, or if you're just kind of coming for the stuff of it, that's okay as well. We have some specific themed quizzes every Friday, and those are £3 a ticket. So this Friday, we have our RuPaul's Drag Race themed quiz. The Friday after that, we have our Disney and Pixar quiz. And then the Friday after that, we have our Friends quiz. And I think the Friday after that, we are having our Marvel Cinematic Universe quiz as well, but that's not been announced or launched yet, but it's likely that that's what it's going to be on that Friday. And we also have a free quiz every Sunday, which still has a theme to it, but they're a little bit more broad. So this Sunday, we have our Movies Through the Decades quiz. And then the Sunday after that, we have our Music from the Noughties free quiz as well. So make sure you book a ticket for those if you're interested. Again, there's prizes for every single quiz there. So it's kind of worth coming along if you've got nothing else better to do and you want to hear me ramble over nothing and try and pretend that I'm in the, I don't even know where you would call this. Maybe, I don't know, where would this be? Maybe Miami. 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 Miami.
How many wines have you had?
I've had a few glasses of wine already because it's sunny and it's nice, but doesn't mean I'm a worse of a quiz host. I say no at the beginning, just as a disclaimer. So yeah, we'll give people a few more minutes to join us, in case everyone's just running a little bit late. But everyone should have been accepted now. So if you're still having the loading screen on your phone or your desktop, wherever you're playing the platform on, do let us know ASAP and we'll try our best to help you. We will start at 45 minutes, so 7:45. And then we will get started. So as I mentioned, we've got 7 rounds tonight. They're shorter rounds than usual. We've definitely taken on board some of the feedback we've had from other people who've played the quizzes every week as to, you know, what's easy and what's hard. And it turns out everyone is going to be disappointed by the difficulty of the questions. Some of them are hard, some of them are dead easy, but hopefully there's a good mix for kind of everybody to play along. And there'll be a good mix of your knowledge as well. But after all, it is to raise money for charity, and it is to let you be in with a chance of winning some potential Amazon vouchers or whatever you claim your prize to be. So I think everyone is in okay. It doesn't look like we're having any issues from anybody. So we'll kick things off in a few seconds. Yes, touch wood. We'll kick things off in a few seconds. Does anyone have any questions before we start? Or is everybody ready? What is going to be your round? Are you good with history, geography, and politics? Are you good with film? Are you good with famous people? Hopefully there's a good mix of rounds for everybody. So I think we're going to kick it off. Hopefully everyone's ready. Like I said, if you do have any issues, Facebook is your best channel for getting in touch with us to help you out. I can't really do much here as a quiz host, but we do have a team who's manning our Facebook who'll be able to help you and direct you to the best way for getting you on the platform properly. So we are going to make a start with our first round, which is mystery. So how our mystery rounds work is it's a bit of a general knowledge, really. Every single question is going to be different, and they're going to be seemingly unconnected. But the last question in this round is, what do the answers all have in common? Because there will be a common thread between them all. So we're going to make a start with question number 1, which is, what is the letter J in the NATO phonetic alphabet? What is the letter J in the NATO phonetic alphabet? You've got 30 seconds to type your answer in and send it to me. You can change your answer as many times as you like, but it's your last one that is scored. You've got 30 seconds. What is the letter J in the NATO phonetic alphabet? We've got some good team names in tonight as well. I like Nerd Immunity. I like that one. Desperately Seeking Quiz Answers. I like that one too. Agatha Quiz Tea is always a good one. And your time is up there. So I'm not going to tell you the correct answer because that will ruin the common thread. But lots of people have sent in good answers. I'm not going to say if they're right or not, but they're good answers. The next question is a picture round, a picture question. And the question is, which British castle is this? Which British castle is this? Which British castle is this? You've got 20 seconds left. Which British castle is this? Which British castle? There's obviously a good few that it could be. Oh, Jonathan's feeling a bit confident there in the chat. Which British castle is this? And your time is up. Some good ones there. Some interesting ones as well. But some good ones. Moving on to the next question. Which European city is also known as La Serenissima? Excuse my accent. Which European city is also known as La Serenissima? Which European city is also known as La Serenissima? You got 20 seconds left. La Serenissima. Few seconds left. Which one is it? And your time is up. La Serenissima. I'll obviously tell you all of the answers after the round. But for now, I'm going to keep it secret so you don't know what the common theme is. Moving on to the next question. Edward VI succeeded which monarch as King of England? Edward VI succeeded which monarch as King of England? You've got 30 seconds. Where's my wine? Have myself a top up while you all send in your answers. It's the spirit of a pub quiz, you know. Edward VI succeeded which monarch as King of England? You've got 5 seconds left. And your time is up there. Oh, lots of varying answers there. The quiz code is quiz3. Quiz, all capital letters, 3 the digit. The next question is, what is the name of the modern version of the board game Reversi? What is the name of the modern version of the board game Reversi? Modern game Reversi. Modern game Reversi. What is the name? What is Reversi? What is? It's the name of an older board game, but which one is it? And your time is up. Again, some varying answers here, which I'm enjoying. Not all of them are correct. I think a lot of people took a guess at that round. Yes, if you've bought a ticket, you will have been sent your unique player code. So that's what you need to enter in. Next question is, St. Hans Day in Denmark and Norway is otherwise known as what in the UK? St. Hans Day in Denmark and Norway is otherwise known as what in the UK? You've got 30 seconds. St. Hans Day in Denmark and Norway. Yes, if you've bought a ticket to the quiz tonight, you will have been sent a unique player code. So that's how you join our QuizWhip portal. You've got 10 seconds left. St. Hans Day in Denmark and Norway is known as what? Few seconds left. And your time is up. Ooh, very interesting. Again, a lot of people took a big swing, I guess, there. Some of them, it's paid off. Some of it has not paid off. And the last question before I ask you what they all have in common, which city hosted the first modern-day Olympic Games in 1896? Which city hosted the first modern-day Olympic Games in 1896? Which city? Ooh, we've got, on the scoreboard, we have some very interesting people in the lead. We've got 4 teams who are joint first place. Very exciting. Okay, a few seconds left. Which city hosted the first modern-day Olympic Games in 1896? And your time is up. So I think that might have been a bit of an easier one for people. So the last question in this round is, what do all of the answers in this round have in common? What do all of the answers in this round have in common? You've got 30 seconds to let me know. What do they have in common? Very interested to see if anybody gets it. Okay, we've got some people who've got it already. Yeah, I think people have got it. Even though as a quizmaster, I obviously want people to get the questions right. The mystery round, I just want to catch everybody out. But I can't catch you out. You seem to, quite a few people who seem to have got them all right. And your time is up. The correct answer for what do they all have in common is Shakespeare or Shakespeare plays. So in terms of the answers then, oh, I did have them in front of me, but I don't anymore. So the first question was letter J in the phonetic alphabet. That is Juliet, obviously from Romeo and Juliet. The British castle is Windsor, the Merry Wives of Windsor. The European city is Venice, some merchants of Venice. Edward VI succeeded King Henry VIII, which is the title of one of his plays. Reversi is now the modern Othello, again, and the play in itself. St. Hans Day is Midsummer, so A Midsummer's Night Dream. And Athens hosted the first modern-day Olympic Games. So Timon of Athens is another one of his plays. If it's not loading, Callum, did you buy a ticket and get a unique player code? we're raising money for NHS Charities Together tonight. If you bought a ticket, you will have been sent a unique player code. If you have and you're having problems, do let us know on Facebook. Okay. Well, you can enjoy me just having a banter, and you can keep track of your own scores as well. Or if you're playing with Raj, get on a Zoom call and play together. That's not a bad idea either. So in terms of the leaderboard, so I'll give you a leaderboard update every round, but I'll only tell you the top 3 teams for the specific rounds, and then at the very end, I'll obviously give a big leaderboard update. So we have one team in 3rd place for that round, which is Raj with 50 points. Then we have 3 teams in joint 2nd, which is hopefully not in last place, Agatha Christie and the Moonies with 65 points. And in 1st place for that round with 75 points, so not too far away, there was only maybe one question in it, is Desperately Seeking Quiz Answers. So very good work there. Everyone did very, very well, which I thought the mystery round was one of the hardest ones we've done. So very good work, everybody. Moving on to the next round is history, geography, and politics. How do people think they're going to do in history, geography, and politics? I know a lot of people love this round. Other people absolutely hate it. So you can't please everyone. Everyone's going to be unhappy in my quizzes because that's how we run them. So question number 1 in the history, geography, and politics round is a multiple choice. So I only need you to type the letters A, B, C, or D. Which country has the most McDonald's? Is it A, the United States, B, Japan, C, China, or D, Germany? Which country has the most McDonald's? A, United States, B, Japan, C, China, or D, Germany? I only need the letters A, B, C, or D. You've got 30 seconds to let me know. Which country has the most McDonald's? Okay, so Megan is a bit meh about it. Alex likes it, which is good. Which country has the most McDonald's? Is it the United States, Japan, China, or Germany? A few seconds left to let me know. And your time is up. The correct answer is A, United States. It's a bit of an obvious one there. I don't know whether some people thought, oh, it's a bit of a trick question. I'll go with China. But no, it's the United States. They have the most McDonald's. But all 4 of them, I think the top 4 countries have the most McDonald's. So still a lot of them, those countries have a lot of them. Next question is another multiple choice. So I only need A, B, C, or D. The question is, which country is the most recent addition to the European Union? Is it A, Cyprus, B, Croatia, C, Romania, or D, Bulgaria? Which country is the most recent addition to the European Union? Is it A, Cyprus, B, Croatia, C, Romania, or D, Bulgaria? I always like to chuck in a European Union question now and again, just because I know it's a sore spot for everybody. Whichever way you voted. Which country is the most recent addition to the European Union? Is it Cyprus, Croatia, Romania, or Bulgaria? Oh, I see some people changing their answers, which is interesting. You can change your answer as many times as you like before the timer is up, but it is your last answer that is scored. And your time is up now. The correct answer is B, Croatia. Oh, I did see Desperately Seeking Quiz Answers changing their answers a few times. It was B, Croatia. And the Moonies were the fastest team that round, so 5-point bonus for you. House arguments, every single time, yeah. Okay, the next question is a picture question. Obviously, you can only play along with the picture questions if you have the quiz portal, because that's where the picture will come up for you. But I want to know, this is an outline of which country? The picture is an outline of which country? This is an outline of which country. It's a very recognizable country, but which one is it? 10 seconds left. This is an outline of which country. Few seconds left. It's an outline of which country. And your time is up. The correct answer is Chile, or Chile. That's the correct answer. Oh, a few people guessed Vietnam or the Philippines or Indonesia, but no, it's Chile. And hopefully not in last place with the quickest team that round. Okay, next question. Another multiple choice. So A, B, C, or D. Which country has the average highest life expectancy? Is it A, Italy, B, New Zealand, C, Japan, or D, Norway? Which country has the average highest life expectancy? Is it A, Italy, B, New Zealand, C, Japan, or D, Norway? You got 30 seconds to let me know. Oh, some very interesting changes on the leaderboard. I can tell who likes this round and who doesn't like this round. Which country has the average highest life expectancy? Is it Italy, New Zealand, Japan, or Norway? Few seconds left. I don't know what it is about these glasses, but because they're small, if I like to drink, I have to proper tilt my head back and drink it, which just makes me look a little bit more like an alcoholic than I usually am. And your time is up. The correct answer is C, Japan. They have the highest average life expectancy. Most people got that one right. The fastest team there was We're Making Our Minds Up. I like it. Bit of Eurovision team name there. You just wait for the music round. The next question is another picture round. It's a flag, but it's a flag for a UK city. I want to know which UK city this is a flag for. So this is a flag for which UK city? Which UK city is it? It's a flag for which UK city? Very interesting. I think this is one of the more difficult ones. Who knows flags of cities? Not many people. I definitely don't. Maybe flags like countries. Great, I could do a good job with that one. But cities, you could tell me this is a flag for. This is a flag for James Bond, and you could tell me. Time is up. The correct answer is Manchester. That is the flag from Manchester. The Moonies got that one right, and Raj got that one right, and so did Red Lorry, Yellow Lorry, Red Lorry, Yellow Lorry. But the Moonies was the fastest, so they get a 5-point bonus. And the last question in this round is, which US state is the only one to include a Union Jack in its state flag? So another flag question. Which US state is the only one to include a Union Jack in its state flag? Obviously, the US, I don't know what the word is, broke off from the UK, or there was a big war about it. I don't know what the correct word is. They became independent from us. Yeah, yeah. So there are a few states that it obviously could be. We have a special relationship with them. You can't see my bunny ears there. 5 seconds left. Which US state is the only one to include a Union Jack in its state flag? And your time is up. The correct answer is Hawaii. Hawaii is the only US state to have a Union Jack in its state flag. A few people are guessing things that are not US states, but I'm not going to embarrass you. Don't worry. So that is the end of the history, geography, and politics round. So I will give you a top 3 for this round only, and then at the very end, I will let you know who is winning in the leaderboard altogether. But these scores are just for this round. So in third place for that round, we have Desperately Seeking Quiz Answers with 45 points. In joint second place with 50 points, we have Raj and Red Lorry, Yellow Lorry, Red Lorry, Yellow Lorry. And in first place for that round, we have the Moonies. So a new round winner there with the Moonies. Who is the Moonies, can I ask? I don't know whether I know who you guys are. Obviously, it's a new team name. If you're in the chat, do let me know. But now we're going to move on to the science, technology, and nature round. So all about science, tech, and nature. The first question is multiple choice. So again, I only need the letters A, B, C, or D. Which modern item did Richard Jordan Gatling invent? Was it the machine gun, A, or was it B, mobile phone? Was it C, coffee machine, or D, lighter? Which modern item did Richard Jordan Gatling invent? Was it A, machine gun, B, mobile phone, C, coffee machine, or D, lighter? What did he invent? Which one was it? I'll top myself up while I wait for you as well. I've got my favourite red wine waiting for me in the fridge. And yes, I said red wine in the fridge. It's a very special red wine. It's my favourite red wine in the whole wide world. Hopefully, maybe on the break, I'll break it open. Which modern item did Richard Jordan Gatling invent? Was A, the machine gun, B, the mobile phone, C, the coffee machine, or D, the lighter? Your time is up, and the correct answer was A, the machine gun. That's what he invented. Oh, a lot of people got that one right. Was that a lucky guess? Or do we have some Googlers in our midst? I hope not. Desperately Seeking Quiz Answers were the fastest team there, so 5-point bonus. Next question, another multiple choice, A, B, C, or D. Which country was the first to implement a nationwide canal network? Was it A, Italy, B, United Kingdom, C, France, or D, Germany? Which country was the first to implement a nationwide canal network? Was it Italy, United Kingdom, France, or Germany? You got 30 seconds. Some red wine does live in the fridge. It depends on how it's made. Obviously, the vast majority are not, but it's a special red wine. And to be fair, it only has an advisory on the bottle. It can be drunk from chilled or not, but I've never had it from chilled. So I thought, tonight is the night. The sun is out. I am in Miami, which I don't know why I can't pronounce it. It sounds like I'm saying Myanmar, which is not where I am. Okay, your time is up there. The correct answer is B, the United Kingdom. They were the first to implement a nationwide canal network. Good for us. And it all went downhill from there. I kid. The fastest team there was hopefully not in last place. Next question is a picture. So you'll get a picture on your portal screen. Obviously, if you're not playing the portal, you can't play along. But this is the logo for which online brand? So you'll get a picture of a logo. I want to know for which online brand the logo is for. Let me know. What is it? It's a logo for which online brand? Without giving it too much away, I'm wondering how autocorrect is changing this for people who are playing a mobile phone. I think I've seen a few of them already. So logo for which online brand? You've got 5 seconds left. And your time is up. The correct answer is TikTok. I also just want to take this opportunity to say that spelling doesn't matter when you're typing your answers in for question on the quiz panel here. As long as you can understand what your answer is, you still get a point.
I'll just say the autocorrect seems to be Tom Tom. So if you see that, you should probably accept that.
Tom Tom. That's a different brand, though, isn't it? Yeah.
That's what the autocorrect
The
is.
autocorrect changes TikTok apparently to Tom Tom, which, I mean, nobody said that, but maybe I would have accepted it. The Moonies were the fastest team there, so 5-point bonus for you. These seem like an up-and-coming competitor who I've never seen before. Who knows where they will fall in the leaderboard. Next question is another multiple choice, so only A, B, C, or D. Which of these is the shortest amount of time? Is it A, a picosecond, B, a nanosecond, C, a microsecond, or D, a yoctosecond? Which of these is the shortest amount of time? Is it a picosecond, a nanosecond, a microsecond, or a yoctosecond? You have an 11-year-old obsessed with TikTok. I mean, see, I'm technically a millennial, and we're meant to be like these kids who know everything. I don't understand TikTok at all. I'm going to put that out in the universe.
We're old now.
We're old now.
Gen Z are the ones that do all that.
Yeah, I know. Millennials are old, isn't that? Okay. I mean, I am on the younger end of millennials. You're not.
So I am.
You just turned 30. And your time is up there. The correct answer is a yoctosecond. It was D, a yoctosecond. That is the shortest amount of time. Does anyone know what yocto means? Because Vine, yes, Vine. I blooming love Vine. Now and again, if I'm bored, I'll just put on a Vine video that's half an hour long and just watch them all because why did it end? Okay, I'm going to move on to the next question. Another multiple choice. I'm spoiling you with multiple choice in this quiz today. What mammal has the longest tail? Is it A, the elephant, B, the giraffe, C, the baboon, or D, the lion? What mammal has the longest tail? Is it an elephant, a giraffe, a baboon, or a lion? Which one is it? You got 30 seconds. You're on the white wine, Alex. Very, very fancy. I mean, the weather's for it. Why not? I personally cannot drink white wine. It tastes like... I just don't know what it tastes like. I just don't like it. Rosé is out the window. I don't like drinking perfume. Red wine is the only one for me. 5 seconds left. What mammal has the longest tail? The elephant, giraffe, baboon, or lion? And your time is up there. The correct answer is B, giraffe. That has the longest tail. It's actually the longest mammal in the world. With the mammal with the longest tail. Why can't I phrase the question? It's got a big tail. B, giraffe. It's the animal with the longest tail in the world. That's what I was trying to say. Desperately seeking quiz answers was the fastest team there. Okay, last question in science, technology, and nature. The chemical element copper gets its name from which country? The chemical element copper gets its name from which country? Very interesting one. Maybe if you know the chemical symbol, that might help you. I don't know. But the chemical element copper gets its name from which country? Bebo, MySpace. See, I'm still a bit too young for MySpace, if I'm fairly honest. I don't know if I'm young, but growing up, we were quite late to getting the internet game, so maybe I just missed the whole initial MySpace thing. My first social media was Bebo. Yeah, but I feel like there was like a just a certain time period where I'd missed out on MySpace. Okay, and your time is up. The correct answer is Cyprus. That's where copper gets its name from. Cyprus. Some people guessing Colombia, which is a good guess, especially if you did know the chemical symbol. Raj was the quickest answer there, so 5-point bonus to you. And that is the end of our Science, Technology, and Nature round. So, as always, I'm going to give you a rundown of the top 3 teams in that round only. So, just to clarify, this is not a rundown of the current leaderboard across all those rounds. This is a leaderboard for that round only. We have 2 teams in joint 3rd place. We have We're Making Our Minds Up and Fishbender with 50 points. In 2nd place with 55 points, we have Agatha Quizdy. And in 1st place with 70 points, we have Desperately Seeking Quiz Answers. But there are literally 10 points in it for the leaderboard, the number 1 position on the leaderboard. So it is all to play for. So we're going to have one last round before we go on to a short break. So the next round is Sports and Games, which is a new round in our QuizWhip live online quizzes. So let's see how these questions fare for you, and then we'll have a short break. But I'll get into that when we finish this round. The first question is: which colour is the first top left ring in the Olympics Games logo? Which colour is the first top left ring in the Olympic Games logo? What colour is it? I didn't say the sports questions are all going to be about sports themselves. Which colour is the first top left ring in the Olympic Games logo? You have 15 seconds left. Jonathan Busby, what team are you? That'd be interesting to know, just so I have a bit of a competitive live chat scenario going on. Because I think the top 5 teams are all in it. That's all I'm going to say, but I think they're all in it. There's no clear leader at the moment. Which colour is the first top left ring? And your time is up. The correct answer is blue. Blue is the first top left colour. Lots of people guessed that correct, but a lot of guesses otherwise. Desperately Seeking Quiz Answers was the fastest team there. Moving on to the next question. In British bingo slang, what number is Christmas cake? In British bingo slang, what number is Christmas cake? What is it? What number is Christmas cake? In British bingo slang, what number is Christmas cake? You got 15 seconds left. I'm very curious as to how many people actually know this and who had a cheeky Google. We do have an honour system in place, obviously. That's why we have the random leaderboard prize as well, and the fastest team bonus. But hopefully, I trust you all. Your time is up. The correct answer there is 38. 38 Christmas cake. A lot of people guess 28, which is close, but it is not correct. Hopefully not in last place. Got that one the fastest. So 5-point bonus for you. The next question is another multiple choice. So I only know A, B, C, or D. I only want A, B, C. Okay. I only need the letters A, B, C, or D for this question. Which one of these objects has not been a standard Monopoly game piece? Is it A, the race car, B, the wheelbarrow, C, the rocking horse, or D, the saucepan? Which one of these objects has not been a standard Monopoly game piece? Is it A, the race car, B, the wheelbarrow, C, the rocking horse, or D, the saucepan? Gotta throw in. I'm a big board game fan myself, which is why I like to chuck in a few board game questions in the sports and games round. And your time is up. The correct answer is D, the saucepan. That has not been a standard Monopoly game piece. All of the other ones have been at some point in the Monopoly history. D, saucepan. We're making our minds up with the fastest team, so 5-point bonus for you. Okay, 3 questions left in this round. And the next question is, in which sport would you find a ball named a Jack or Kitty? In which sport would you find a ball named a Jack or a Kitty? You've got 30 seconds to let me know. In which sport would you find a ball named a Jack or a Kitty? Ten seconds left. In which sport would you find a ball named a Jack or a Kitty? Oh, lots of people know this one. A lot more than I thought would know this one. But who was the fastest? I think that's what all it comes down to in the QuizWhip quizzes. Who knew the fastest? The correct answer there was bowls. Bowls is the correct answer. And is this the first question? Almost. It was almost the first question tonight where every single person got it right, but one team did not get it right. I'm not going to tell you who it was, but the fastest team there was desperately seeking quiz answers. Moving on to the next question. Which country has won the most medals at the Olympic Games? Which country has won the most medals at the Olympic Games? Which country has won the most medals at the Olympic Games? Ooh. Which one? I mean, there's plenty. There's about 120 odd countries, so you've got a lot to choose from. But which one has won the most medals at the Olympic Games? And your time is up. The correct answer is the United States, or the USA. They are the country that has won the most Olympic game medals. I think it's shortly followed by Russia, and then I think the UK is third. There might be a country in between us, but we are up there. We're in the top 5. I'm not sure whether China is in there. But it also depends on how new the country is as well. If you're a fairly new country, obviously in the history of China, they haven't won that many. So, desperately seeking quiz answers was the fastest team there. And the last question of the round before we take a short break is, what is usually the name of the murder victim in the popular board game Cluedo? What is usually the name of the murder victim in the popular board game Cluedo? It's the same one almost every time. What's his name? Who got murdered? I think I'm going to get fact checked by Callum in the comments, but it looks like. But bring it. I fully check every question, so I'm not afraid. I say this now. 5 seconds left. What is usually the name of the modern victim? What's usually the name of the murder victim in the popular board game Cluedo? Your time is up there. The correct answer is Mr. Black. A few people said Dr. Black, which I'll accept as well. Dr. Black is usually the murder victim. Fishbender was the fastest team there, so you get a 5-point bonus. And that is the end of that round. So before we go on a short break, I'll give you an update on the team, the leaderboard there. All right, calm down, Carl. Calm down. Mr. Buddy of North America. I would have accepted that as well, but... All right, so for round 4, sports and games, we have 3 teams in joint third place. We have Raj, the Moonies, and the McSmiths with 50 points, joint third place. In second place, we have Fishbender with 55 points. And in first place for that round with 75 points, we have Desperately Seeking Quiz Answers. Very good work, everybody. We are going to take a short break. We'll start the next round at 20:35. So we'll have a 10-minute break, which means that people can just go to the toilet, grab a drink, just get a bit more comfortable. And then we will start the next round. And I will try and stay here and entertain as many people who are going to stay here. Which this is usually where the quality of the quiz just goes downhill, because I drink too much or I put on silly filters, and that's where the quality goes down. So if you come around and you stick with us, this is I, I'll have no words for you. I also still stand by the top 5, but I think if it actually goes down to the top 6, still have a chance of winning, depending on how the last few rounds go. This is a very close leaderboard, and it's been a while since I've seen it this close. So good luck to everybody. Obviously, to remind you all, we are here raising money for NHS Charities Together. We do this fundraising quiz every Wednesday, which is just a general pub quiz, rounds of kind of all categories. We have a few tickets that you can buy for the weekly quizzes, depending on what your budget is or how much you want to donate. We have tickets for £1, £3, £5, or £10, depending on how much you want to donate and help us out to raise money for NHS Charities Together. So if you're liking tonight, I know there's a lot of new faces tonight. Please do come again next week. We're doing the same thing next week, just raising money for NHS Charities Together, giving you a bit of entertainment on a Wednesday night, and 100% of the profits go towards NHS Charities Together. So please do come again next week if you enjoyed tonight. And obviously there are prizes for if you come first place and in a random leaderboard position, which you do every quiz anyway. So the next quiz we have is on Friday, which is our RuPaul's Drag Race quiz. But also on Sunday, we have a free quiz, which is our movies through the decades. And same again, if you come first place, you get a prize. But also, if you come a random leaderboard position, you also win a prize as well. So just to remind you as well, our random leaderboard position this week is number 9, which is the lowest random leaderboard position that we've had in our quizzes. So if you're doing terribly, you might be in with a chance of winning some Amazon vouchers. So it's all to play for. The wine is not out. Don't you worry. I have another bottle in the fridge waiting. Guinness. Are you on the Guinness tonight, Holly? I mean, that's a strong choice for a Wednesday. No judgment at all. We don't have any Guinness, but maybe we would have brought that out if it was. We just want to have the spirit of a pub quiz. And obviously, I mean, alcohol isn't all part of the pub quiz environment, but who here is also missing just going to the pub on a Wednesday night? Because I know I definitely am. I mean, obviously, there's a lot to complain about. There's a lot not to complain about. So I don't want to talk too much about the whole environment at the moment. But definitely, that's one of the first things that I will want to do when I can do is just go to the pub. Obviously now it's not safe to do that, which is why I am here to give you a pub quiz environment. I wonder if there's like a pub filter. Let's see if there is. Oh, well, here I am. This is what I should have been using all along. I am in the local pub, which is, even though I'm sure this is a random pub, it actually looks really familiar. But I'm sure it's just a random pub somewhere.
It looks the spitting image of, I forgot his name, the one on Thomas Street.
Which one's Thomas Street?
The one with Taker's Grill on the corner.
Ah.
No, not a bar. That closed.
Jonathan, where are you, if you don't mind me asking? It may be that we were thinking of the same pub, but we just don't quite put a finger on it.
It's definitely not the same one. This bar is longer.
It does look familiar, though.
But yeah. The door, the window, spitting image.
Oh, well, I do not live in London, so it's not the same pub. But maybe you do know it. Maybe you do.
I've forgotten the name.
Just to remind you all, the next round that we will be doing is film and TV. And then we will have music, and then we'll have famous people, and then we will end the quiz at around 9 o'clock, so in about half an hour's time. And I'll let you know who the leaderboard, what the leaderboard looks like. I'll let you know who's a winner. I'll let you know who is a random winner. And then hopefully you'll come back again. What are the... Okay, see if there's any new ones this week. There seems to be new Snapchat filters all the time. I mean, what is the point of having baguettes on my head? I just don't understand some of these. Okay. All right. I feel like I'm in the cartoon reboot of Twilight. But I'm not saying that's a bad thing or a good thing in the slightest. Don't offend too many people. Oh, what's this? Okay, can I play? Okay, you can't really see. Oh, okay, because it's on the laptop, I can't get it to stop. So this is a waste of time. Okay. All right, so like I said, we'll kick things off again at 35 minutes. So in about 4 minutes' time. Who is joining us on Friday for our RuPaul's Drag Race quiz? Because I'm very excited about that. Or who is joining us on Sunday for our movies through the decades? I do know there are some familiar faces in the chat for who joined us for our sci-fi and superheroes one last weekend. We did have a different quiz platform because we did have some issues that we're fixing. They seem to be fixed now, which is good. If you join us on Friday, this is my Tricks and Mattel look, which I'll probably bring out again. It would be rude not to. You've watched 2 episodes of RuPaul. What's RuPaul? What have you watched? So yeah, so just to remind you all, Callum has asked when, so I'll give you a big rundown of what we've got coming up in the next few weeks. So like I said, every single Wednesday we have this quiz. Every single Wednesday we have a charity fundraising quiz, which is our regular general knowledge kind of quiz. We have a running leaderboard on the QuizWhip.co.uk website. It is a very basic website because it's still a fairly new setup, but that does have the running leaderboard as to where you are. If you're joining us again and you've played last week, we have a new team name. Hopefully you've used the same email address because that's how we tie your team name to it. But if you've changed your team name, your new team name will be up there with the points from your last team name, if that makes sense. So we have our weekly fundraising quiz every Wednesday. So hopefully you'll join us again next Wednesday. The registration page for next week should actually be up by now. So if you want to book on next week right now, I think you can do. But every Sunday we also have our free quiz. So this Sunday we have our movies through the decades, and the Sunday after that we have music from the noughties. And then every Friday we have our more specific themed quizzes. So like I said, this Friday we have our RuPaul's Drag Race themed quiz. The Friday after that we have our Disney and Pixar themed quiz. And then the Friday after that we have our Friends themed quiz. And it looks like it's not been announced, but the Friday after that will probably be our Marvel Cinematic Universe quiz because that seems to be a popular one. And people seem to enjoy it when we did our sci-fi and superheroes quiz on Sunday. So that's what we've got coming up soon. But I say this every time we're on a quiz. If you have any suggestions or requests for upcoming quizzes, just do let us know because we're very, very flexible and open for quiz ideas. There's a lot of quizzes going on at the moment, obviously, like just friends and families doing their own quizzes or other paid quizzes out there that you can go and join. So there's a lot out there, so we're very much open to feedback and requests for future quizzes, so do let me know. Can you do me a favor? Can you grab me the other one, please?
Yes. I'm scared to see how much money I spent on Amazon so far.
So we're going to move on to Film and TV in just a second. Is everybody ready? I mean, I am. I've got my second bottle of wine. But is everybody ready? Let me know in the chat, please. Then we're gonna kick it off with film and TV. I was saying to my boyfriend yesterday, I think, that I think film and TV is the hardest quiz questions to write. Because with everything else you can kind of guess, but with film and TV, you kind of just have to watch the film to know the reference. But we'll see how everybody does. So, film and TV, let's get started. I'm going to stay in this pub. This is going to be my new pub background. The question is, the 2019 film Dr. Sleep is a sequel to what 1980 film? The 2019 film Dr. Sleep is a sequel to what 1980 film? So this was a film that was released last year. It was a long-awaited sequel from a 1980 film. But what film was it the sequel for? I personally have not seen it, but I definitely want to. So what was it the sequel for? You got 5 seconds left. What was it the sequel for? There might be an issue with the internet. How is my stream looking? Here we go. We've got it.
Do not press refresh.
There's not an issue. Don't worry. Okay, it looks to have been fine. I think Will did lose me for a second. I think we're fine.
There was a brief 10-second drop on our internet, but I think we're fine.
Yeah. There just seemed to be a quick drop, but I think we're fine. The correct answer there was The Shining. Desperately Seeking Quiz Answers was the fastest. There shouldn't really be any issues now. Yeah, of course. We talk about horror film for a second, and then the whole thing breaks. But it's fine. Don't worry. So the next question, it should all be fine now, but obviously let us know if there is any issues. There shouldn't be. It's a multiple choice question. So again, I only need A, B, C, or D. Which of these historical figures are not featured in the 1989 film Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? Is A, Genghis Khan, B, Napoleon, C, Joan of Arc, or D, Teddy Roosevelt? Which of these historical figures are not featured in the 1989 film Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? Is it A, Genghis Khan, B, Napoleon, C, Joan of Arc, or D, Teddy Roosevelt? Okay, it looks like we're getting answers in perfectly, so there's not an issue. Phew! My heart broke for a second. It looks like we're okay. Which of these historical figures are not featured in the 1989 film Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? Is it Genghis Khan, Napoleon, Joan of Arc, or Teddy Roosevelt? And your time is up. The correct answer is Teddy Roosevelt. That's the only one that's not featured in the film. All of the rest of them are. The wrinkle is raising the glass of red wine to me, so I raise my glass back to you. Okay, next question. What is Mrs. Doubtfire's first name from the 1993 eponymous film? What is Mrs. Doubtfire's first name? We are looking for the character's first name. We're not looking for the non-drag name. We're looking for Mrs. Doubtfire's first name. Callum, you're correct. It is Lincoln, not Teddy Roosevelt. I thought I could trick people, but it looks like I couldn't. What is Mrs. Doubtfire's first name from the 1993 eponymous film? Full disclosure, probably no surprise to anybody. Mrs. Doubtfire is definitely in my top 5 films of all time. Absolutely brilliant film. And probably one of Robin Williams' best I mean, he does have many greats, but for me personally, it's one of his greats. Time is up. The correct answer is Euphegenia. That's his name. Euphegenia. There's a few people who've not spelled it correctly, but that's okay. As long as they can understand your answer, you get a point. Euphegenia is the correct answer. And the Moonies was the fastest team there. Yes, Holly, it's okay if you can't spell. That's completely fine. You still get a point if you understand your answer. So don't worry. Next question is another multiple choice. A, B, C, or D. Which of these films have not been transformed into a Broadway musical? Is it A, Shrek, B, Matilda, C, Billy Elliot, or D, WALL-E? Which of these films has not been transformed into a Broadway musical? Is it Shrek, Matilda, Billy Elliot, or WALL-E? Which one has not been transformed into a Broadway musical? Oh, and I'm breaking out the yellowtail. Jammy Red Roo. Non-spawn. But yellowtail Jammy Red Roo is my favourite wine of all time. I just think it's so delicious.
Should reach out to Yellowtail for a sponsorship.
Yeah, maybe I'll reach out to them and see if they want to sponsor the pub quiz. We'll see. Okay, your time's up. The correct answer there is D, WALL-E. That's the only one that's not been transformed into a Broadway musical. The rest of them have. Shrek has a musical. Billy Elliot has a popular musical. Matilda has another popular musical. I think that was the first question where every single person who answered got it correct, which is good. WALL-E is semi-based on an existing Broadway musical, which is Hello, Dolly. The fastest team there was desperately seeking quiz answers, so a 5-point bonus for you. And the next question, I think this is the easiest question of the whole quiz, I say now. But the question is, what is the name of the pub in the TV series EastEnders? What is the name of the pub in the TV series EastEnders? Oh, this wine is so delicious. I just want to be a messenger for everyone who likes red wine. Or everyone who doesn't like red wine. You will like this wine. It is delicious. Okay, I'll give up now. I'll stop. What is the name of the pub in the TV series EastEnders? And your time is up there. The correct answer is, of course, the Queen Vic, or the Queen Victoria is the official name. I think every single person put Queen Vic, and technically I could say you were wrong because it's the Queen Victoria, but I'm not. I'm going to say you're all right. And again, second question in a row where every single person who answered got it right, but the Moonies got it the fastest, so they get a 5-point bonus. And the last question in this round is a picture question. So I want to know, in which TV show would you find this character? In which TV show would you find this character? Where would you find him? What TV show would you find him in? Oh, I should have been drinking this wine all along. So delicious. So yes, of course, if you're not playing on our platform, obviously you can't see the picture. But that's why, Carla, maybe next week, buy a ticket and come along to our next quiz. And your time is up there. The correct answer there is Bullseye. And it was Bully the Bull. That's who it was. Is this another question where every single person wants to get it right? I think it was. But who got it the fastest? Fishbender got it the fastest. So that was the film and TV round. Was that the easiest round for everybody? It looks like there was 3 questions there where every single person who answered got it right. So What a good leaderboard that round was. I think that's changed everything, or it's changed nothing. So, almost every single person has got on the top 3 leaderboard, which is, it's going to give me a chance to read them all. So, in second, third place, in joint third place, we have We're Making Our Minds Up and Milk and Mocha with 40 points. In joint second place, we have, hopefully not in last place, Raj, Red Lorry, Yellow Lorry, Red Lorry, Yellow Lorry, and Nerd Immunity. And in joint first place, we have Desperately Seeking Quiz Answers, Fishbender, the McSmiths, and the Moonies, all in joint first place for that round. So lots of people getting a lot of points there. And a lot of people getting a lot of fastest answer points as well. So moving on to music, which is our penultimate round. And then we have our famous people round. But for now, we'll focus on the music. There's 2 questions here which are thematic, because this weekend was, of course, what would have been the Eurovision Song Contest. I am personally a big fan, and obviously it didn't really exist this year. But there's 2 thematic questions, but they're still easy enough for you to guess if you don't really watch Eurovision. So the first question is, which country won last year's Eurovision Song Contest in 2019? Which country won last year's Eurovision Song Contest in 2019? Who won last year? So it's a potentially easy win if you don't know a lot about Eurovision, but at least you read the news maybe. Who won last year? You've got 10 seconds left. Who won last year's Eurovision Song Contest? And the correct answer is the Netherlands. The Netherlands won last year's Eurovision Song Contest. Yes, Callum, they're not live scores, but they are updated every week. After this quiz, they will be updated with everyone's running scores. It's more of a running leaderboard than a live leaderboard, based on all of the weeks. So the fastest team there was Desperately Seeking Quiz Answers with the Netherlands. Okay, so the next question is another multiple choice, so A, B, C, or D. And I want to know, which of these artists has not competed in the Eurovision Song Contest? Is it A, Celine Dion, B, Cliff Richard, C, Fatboy Slim, or D, Olivia Newton-John? Which of these artists has not competed in the Eurovision Song Contest? Is it A, Celine Dion, B, Cliff Richard, C, Fatboy Slim, or D, Olivia Newton-John? Which of them has not competed in the Eurovision Song Contest? There are a lot of famous people who, if you're not a Eurovision fan, maybe you wouldn't even know they came from Eurovision. I mean, obviously, everyone knows that ABBA came from Eurovision. Julio Iglesias was a Eurovision Song Contest participant as well. Paul McCartney, I think. Have I made that up? No, maybe I made that up. Maybe I made that up. There's a lot of people who you wouldn't have known. Obviously, 3 of these have. And your time is up. The correct answer there is C, Fatboy Slim. That's the one that has not competed in the Eurovision Song Contest. Celine, Olivia, and Cliff have all participated in the Eurovision Song Contest. The fastest answer there was hopefully not in last place. Getting a lot of fast answers there. Hopefully not in last place. Okay, another multiple choice. A, B, C, or D. Which of these musicians have the most Instagram followers? Is it A, Britney Spears, B, Nicki Minaj, C, Cher, or D, Shakira? Which of these musicians have the most Instagram followers? Is it Britney Spears, Nicki Minaj, Cher, or Shakira? Which one has the most Instagram followers? And this is, as of today, there's a big enough gap from when I took it early today at maybe 3 p.m. as to now. Hopefully there's not been a huge shift in followers, but I don't think there will be. Which of these musicians has the most Instagram followers? Is it Britney, Nicki, Cher, and Shakira? And your time is up. The correct answer is B, Nicki Minaj. She has the most Instagram followers out of all of them. So good work, people who guessed B, and Fishbender was the fastest team there. Next question is another multiple choice. So, which of these is not a name of an album released by Adele? Is it A, 18, B, 19, C, 21, or D, 25? Which of these is not a name of an album released by Adele? Is it A, 18, B, 19, C, 21, or D, 25? Which one is it? You have about 20 seconds left to let me know which of these is not a name of an album released by Adele. Euphoria by Loreen is a good Eurovision song, and I think maybe definitely the biggest modern Eurovision song that just transcended into the charts. Oh, Jasmine and Alex, I get it, fine. There's a lot of songs that you wouldn't know that was Eurovision, or I say this as even a Eurovision fan, but I did not know that Fly on the Wings of Love, which a lot of people, maybe my age, know as DJ Sammy's version, but that came from a Eurovision song. Who knew? The correct answer for what is the name of an album released by Adele is A, 18. All of the rest of them are albums. 19, 21, and 25 are all albums by Adele, but 18 is not one. So, Desperately Seeking Quiz Answers was the fastest team there. Can't say I'm not surprised because I know that they are an Adele fan. But the next question is a picture question. Flame Queen, tell me about it. I had a big 10-minute rant when that came on the other day because I did not know it was Eurovision song either. But I'll tell you this question first. This image can be found on the cover of which album? This image can be found on the cover of which album? I did not know Ooh Ah Just a Little Bit More was a Eurovision song. And as a Eurovision fan, I was appalled for at least a few hours. At least a few hours. And I think it has since made it into my my top 10 of Eurovision songs of all time. What a great song. Why did we win? Why did Ireland have to win? Okay, 5 seconds left. This image can be found on the cover of which album? Oh yeah, my mouth hit the floor. Don't you worry, I'm in the same boat as you. So this image can be found on the cover of which album? The correct answer is 1989 by Taylor Swift. I did need the album name. A few people have guessed Red by Taylor Swift, but no, it was 1989. We're making our minds up with the fastest team there. It's a 5-point bonus for you. Okay, next question. It's another picture question. I want to know, this is a still from which music video? So this is a still from which music video? You got 30 seconds. Lots of people will guess that very quickly. And it seemed to have... Okay, so that ended very quickly. But Desperately Seeking Quiz Answers was the fastest team. A lot of people guessed that one right. It was, of course, I Want to Break Free. Okay, so last question in this round before we go on to famous people, which is our last round. And that question is, who performed at the most recent Super Bowl halftime show? Who performed at the most recent Super Bowl halftime show? There is potentially 5 answers you could give here, but you only need to give me one. Who performed at the most recent Super Bowl halftime show? I'm sure people will give just one of the 2 that are the obvious ones, but there are 3 other answers that you could give me as well. The leaderboard is very tight. Who is gonna claim it? I also think that what I found from doing these over the past few weeks is the last round changes the leaderboard quite a lot more than I thought it would. But for now, the correct answer is Shakira and J-Lo is the most probably the most popular answers, but I would also have accepted Bad Bunny, J Balvin, and Amy Muniz. But of course, everyone has only really said Shakira and J-Lo. And the fastest team there was the Muniz. They're coming in back again. So again, I'll give you a top 3 for this round only. Ooh, there's a lot of teams in first place, but before I go on to that, in third place we have the McSmiths with 60 points. In second place we have hopefully not in last place with 65 points. And in joint first place for that round we have the Moonies. We're making our minds up and desperately seeking quiz answers with 75 points. So I mean, obviously people are hearing a lot of names a lot, but really when it comes down to individual questions, it doesn't mean too much. There's still a few questions in it. So there's one last round to take your victory if you feel you deserve it. So, famous people. How famous people works is I'm going to give you 5 pictures of famous people. They're going to be slightly distorted in some way. I want to know who that famous person is. And then the last question in this round is, what do they all have in common? So all of the famous people in this round have something in common. At the end of the round, I want to know what that thing in common is. But as an individual question, I want to know who those famous people are. So the first question is, who is this famous person? You have 30 seconds. Who is this famous person? I might bring back my resort while I'm waiting as well. Who is this famous person? Oh, very, very interesting. A lot of people have said one person, which it is not. But that's very, very interesting. You've got 5 seconds left. Who is this first famous person? And your time is up. Again, I'm not going to tell you who it is just yet, so that you can't kind of guess a theme. But I will tell you at the very end. Very, very interesting. Okay. Who is this second famous person? Who is this second famous person? I'm astounded by the amount of people who said that the person last question. Again, I'm sorry if you are playing along just with pen and paper at home. Obviously you can't see the pictures, but I mean, you just got me. 5 seconds left. Who is this second famous person? Your time is up. So, okay. People seem to know who this is. Some people do not know. Moving on to the next question. Who is famous person number 3? Who is famous person number 3? Colin, you use your imagination. Sorry, I can't help you. I still haven't quite got the use of YouTube live stream yet. What I do want to do is have some kind of split screen in place where I can bring up the question or the picture just haven't figured it out yet. Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future. 5 seconds left. Who is famous person number 3? Your time is up. Okay, we've got some people who do know who it is. Some people who just have absolutely no idea. Next question. Who is famous person number 4? Who is famous person number 4? Who is famous person number 4? You got 20 seconds left. Ooh, just getting surnames from some people. I'll still accept it, but some people are just being very, very confident with their answer. Oh, the leaderboard is very, very interesting. I cannot wait to announce it for you all. And your time is up there, and you've got one famous person left. So your last famous person is your 5th one, and who is this? Who is famous person number 5? Who is famous person number 5? You got 5 seconds left. Who is this last person? Very, very interesting. A lot of people, a lot of guesses that, I mean, first of all, I don't know who they are. So. Okay, and your time is up there. But a lot of people who have get it right. So the last question in this round, and for the whole of the quiz, I want to know, what do these famous people's names all have in common? What do these famous people's names all have in common? All the names have something in common. I want to know what that is. You have 20 seconds left, and then I will end the round. I'll give you a quick overview of the round itself, and then I'll give you a leaderboard as a whole. We're overrunning just slightly, but I think it will only just be by like 5 minutes. So do bear with us. I mean, if you're in with a chance of winning, you want to know if you won the Amazon voucher, right? And your time is up. So the thing that they all have in common is their names have something to do with animals. Somebody's guessed fish, which I'm not accepting, I'm afraid, because they are not all fish. So the first celebrity that we had was, oh, give me a second, let me bring it up. The first celebrity that we had was Ray Romano, obviously Ray. Then we had Jimmy Fox. Then we had Larry Lamb. Then we had Nicola Sturgeon. Then we had Sandra Bullock. So they were celebrities. Animals was a thing that they had in common. So very quickly, I'll give you a top 3 for that round specifically. So with 35 points, and in 3rd place, we had the Moonies. In joint 2nd place, we had, hopefully not in last place, Nerd Immunity and Raj with 40 points. And then in 1st place for that round with 45 points, we had Fishbender. So the leaderboard as a whole. So I think because we only had about 10, 11 teams playing tonight, I'll give you a full leaderboard. But also, if you do want to know where you stand on the running leaderboard, that will be a bit tomorrow. We'll put it all on social for you to check that. If you don't follow us already, our socials are QuizWhip HQ on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We'll be announcing the running leaderboard there tomorrow. But in last place, it's not a bad place to be. With 50 points, we have Wrinklies. In second to last place, we have 180 points. We have Milk and Mocha. Then with 240 points, we have Nerd Immunity. And then we have our 9th place team. So the winner of our £5 Amazon voucher, or local voucher if there is one available to you. In 9th place with 250 points, we have Red Lorry, Yellow Lorry, Red Lorry, Yellow Lorry. So you've won our random leaderboard position tonight. So we'll be in touch with you after this to start your prize for you as well. But going on for the wider leaderboard, with 8 points, with 8th position, with 255 points, we have Agatha Christie. Then we have in 7th place with 290 points, we have the McSmiths. Then we have We're Making Our Minds Up with 305 points. Then we have in 5th place Raj with 325 points. In 4th place with 340 points, we have Hopefully Not in Last Place. And then we have our top 3. So in 3rd place with 345 points, we have Fishbender. So great work to you. In 2nd place with 400 points, we have the Moonies, which means in 1st place, and the winner of our, the team with the most fastest answers, with 430 points, we have Desperately Seeking Quiz Answers. I know that it was a name that was banded around a lot at the end of the leaderboards. So they won our top leaderboard prize tonight. So we'll be in touch with you as well to sort out your Amazon voucher. So that was the leaderboard, and that was the weekly Wednesday quiz, obviously raising money for NHS Charities Together. Hopefully you'll all join us next week as well. If you are feeling generous, do buy a ticket now while you're on your laptop. You can go to QuizWhip on Eventbrite. It might not be on our website just yet, but if you search QuizWhip on Eventbrite, you will find us and you will find the quiz for next week. So hopefully you can join us next week. Buy a ticket, help us raise some money, and maybe you'll be in with a chance of winning some prizes as well. Or if you're a Drag Race fan, obviously join us on Friday. And if you're a movies fan, our free quiz is on Sunday as well, so you can join us there, and it's a completely free quiz. But there's some prizes you can win there as well. So thank you for joining us. I hope you all had fun. I know the weather was lovely, so you could have been out in your garden, but instead you were, taking part in a quiz tonight. So yes, thank you for joining us. I hope you all had fun, and hopefully we will see you again.